Let's go!
I want to get into this because this is now the new big mechanical thing in the game. Marvel TOKON has officially admitted it. We did witness a new assemble mechanic. It was pretty obvious from the trailer, but it also seemed like the trailer was hinting at several other things that I really want to talk about. For some perspective, there were multiple surveys that went out after the first TOKON beta and the second. And the second was very specific in what it was asking. It seemed like, okay, so the devs seem to be aware of what people are saying about the game's gameplay. That was a somewhat relieving sign that like, okay, maybe things can change for the better, but they didn't in the second beta. The second beta was really similar to the first. There wasn't enough that changed in the game to make this feel like it's a different experience. It was like such an incremental difference that it's like, yeah, this is more polished, and we're not changing how the game is being played. The reason that so many fighting game players just did not play the second beta of TOKON or played very little of it was because everyone's decision was kind of made from the one before. And when it didn't seem like a lot changed, it was like, okay, well, we'll just wait for the game to come out. It's weird that people aren't jumping on to play a beta because that second survey, man, was asking very specific questions like, is this game boring to play? And I was like, whoa, okay, so they're aware. I'm making assumptions here that I think based on what we saw with this latest TOKON trailer, that straight up there was enough feedback in the survey where they were able to convince higher ups or people that are designing certain aspects of the game, okay, check this out. We have data now. And straight up, one of the biggest things of the game that was an issue to me is that it did not feel like building the team was substantial. It didn't really feel like from the beginning of the match to the end of the match, if I'm only using one character, then there's really not much mechanically happening that incentivizes to me to build the team other than getting a few more assists. So it's like, this is rough. This straight up fixes that. Like now there is a substantial difference. I don't know how this is going to work or if it requires you to use an X-Men team. That would kind of suck. But this new mechanic that's in the game is something that only is going to work if you build your team. And yeah, okay, cool. This is moving in a direction that is legitimately cool. Something is now going to be way different at the end of a match compared to the beginning of a match. That addresses a big complaint that I had from the very first builds of the game. That wasn't it though. That was not the only thing that was really being changed in the game. We made several other observations of direct gameplay changes that are going down, and other people have made the same observations too.
You cannot stand against the storm. Feel the power of
Storm's in
Mother
the game. She's doing storm stuff. It's pretty normal.
Let me at them, Storm.
So, immediately, check this out. When magic comes
Feel
in,
the power of Mother Earth.
right after this super,
Let me at them, Storm.
the tag's a little bit faster. So bringing in characters and transferring the soul happens a little bit quicker. And I think it happens even faster in some other situations.
I've got this one. I'll show you how the X-Men get it done. You're cooked, Bob.
You're cooked.
Initiating attack.
This is all relatively normal stuff, no big changes here.
Technology. Prepare to be
So, this is a hidden change and is also a big concern from a lot of people that just play fighting games. It was very hard to like call assists in TOKON. It was very hard for assists to do the thing that you wanted them to do, and it just led to you pressing buttons and not getting the response you wanted, which was like, ugh, the feedback loop of the game had a problem. When you jumped in the air in TOKON, you got a different assist than your grounded assist. You got an aerial assist that was sort of like generic and was like a beam. Every character did like a similar sort of beam air assist. So what do they show very briefly in this trailer? Right here, Storm comes in as an assist right after Danger knocks down, and she is no longer doing her grounded generic assist. She's not either doing the air assist either. If we go back like a tiny bit, you can see when she calls the assist, it's actually in the air. You see the little green sparkle? Green sparkle means that's when the assist is called. So it's being called in the air. Storm does not do her aerial assist, dude. She comes in and does something else. Even more importantly, it's extremely brief. Storm is doing, I think, her unique assist, the not generic assist. This is huge. This makes every interaction no longer the same across the board for every character. If you're seemingly able to call grounded assists in the air and also different different kind of assists on the ground. If we can make the choice of which one we want to do, that is so big, dude. That means that we're not going to be seeing the exact same thing happen over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, dude. This makes the game immediately way better. Storm using this assist on the ground here, and the fact that Danger called the assist while in the air, huge. It's a direct answer to the stuff we've been complaining about. I'm super happy.
Surrender to avoid further danger.
Again, it isn't a confirmation that it's goated, everything's fixed, my dude. Playing the game is the most important thing in the world. We have to eventually get our hands on and play it. We were reading the changes back in the December beta, just like, oh my God, they're really fixing shit. And then we played it and it wasn't that different. I am hopeful by seeing a couple of these changes, but still, I am not gonna pull an opinion about TOKON until it comes out, until it ships its version 1, and then it comes out and it's a game that you can buy. Then we can start like actually saying, yeah, I just don't like this about it. Because until then, anything can change, dude. And it seems like things are changing. Including giant team up mechanic, because that makes sense. And I really hope this isn't just for X-Men or just for one team. I hope it's like any team can do this. This was shown, this cinematic was shown in the very first trailer, but we didn't have access to use it in the beta. And it always felt like the game was holding something back. It felt that way, and they were. So what gets revealed a little bit more at the end of this trailer is even cooler. In the post conversation with the Marvel dude and the Arxis dude, they give a little bit more gameplay stuff, and we can actually break down several more things that are changing about the game. Magic looks cool.
Think of Wolverine as an unstoppable savage tank. Some of his claw swipes have armor on them, so he's literally going to be able to shred through opponents' attacks.
Here is a big one. This could be a Wolverine-specific thing, but based on this little bit of footage, it seems like they opened up combos a lot.
So he's literally going to be able
So
to
check this
shred
out.
through opponents'
As
attacks.
Wolverine picks them up and in this hit, this is the combo stun gauge, right? And this is the combo gauge itself. This allowed for about 10 hits before. Now, it might have been bumped up to something close to 15. Again, it isn't a direct confirmation because Wolverine just might have a thing that allows him to hit more, so the combos just are naturally bigger on him. It might not apply to everybody else. But if we start slowing this shit down, look how many hits this guy gets in. The combo gauge is barely moving. It's like every other hit is actually building it. And then now when he calls the generic assist on the bottom, it brings it down a shit ton. Like the combo gauge is almost back at the beginning. It almost like took down 4 pips instead of 2. There's a chance that they might have opened up combos possibly a little bit more than what was that before. The game also had an issue with stopping things, right? Most of my problems with the stage transitions were alleviated because the X-Men stage had no stage transitions. And I thought the game was actually way better. This is a direct fix to that because again, tag was so slow before. It was like, whoop, and you watch the soul transfer to the character and you're like, okay. So the ability for you to mix somebody up or have some interesting interaction happen was just not there because the game took so long to transfer the playability of a character. But check this out. That was quick. I think we counted these frames before. It was about 30 frames before, which is a shit ton of time. So now we can directly compare. Here's the Souls transfer on the screen freeze. Check it out. This was 30 frames before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Interesting. Do you get control quicker? Wow. Okay. It almost is like you get control way before the soul even hits her now. I think it's at 22. It got 8 frames faster. Jesus, dude. It's so much faster. So again, that's barely any screen freeze at all. So here's the old soul transfer. There's soul. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, still not moving, 29, 30, 31, 32, and we're moving. Yeah, straight up, tagging got faster. And what does that mean? The game will not feel like it's stopping nearly as much. That's a big one for me. And I think on top of like all these things, these are some pretty significant changes. It's gonna make the game feel quicker. It's gonna make things feel snappier. The combo freedom looks like it's opening up quite a bit. There's a reason for you to build up a team. Like there are legit conclusions now. So all I can say is I am very excited. I was at a point where my ass was coping so hard where I'm like, dude, you can take the X-Men from me. All I want is to play a game that I really enjoy playing and I can enjoy playing and coming back to. Like that's all I want. And I just did not get those vibes from it from the few times that I played it. It was always hope that it's going to be fun and just never really clicks for me. At this point, I'm very happy. Does it mean that I'm going to be happy after I play it? I don't know. Like it's a video game. We still have to play this thing to find out. But what I really want is another beta. I very much want to see what's going to happen with the way the current game is playing because it feels like some of the feedback that was taken from the previous beta has directly gone in and made an impact on the game.